November 7th, 2011. This is Diehard Gamer Radio, show 113.
You are approaching the target of attack. Your mission starts now. Are you ready? The countdown begins. 3, 2, 1, go.
You are listening to Diehard Gamer Radio, the source for off-mainstream video game news and topics. And now, your hosts, Murdock, Brian, John, and Steve.
Just a couple more shots.
You're not going to do the Lotso Live from Cheesy Bread Studios.
Cheesy Bread Studios.
Yeah.
A division of Conhuge Co. We own you.
Yeah,
we
pretty
own
much.
you.
And now from the GE Lamplight Theater in New York City.
The GE Limp Lifters.
RKO Studios.
Here at RKO Studios, we have the best in modern radio technology made from dynamic tungsten. We would never be cut out for like real radio people.
No, we would not. We'd miss every commercial break.
All right, so
We need to get some spoons and coconut shells for all our sound effects.
Yeah, there you go. Some pantyhose.
Yes,
and
yes.
all right, so I'm Murdock, and with me is we have Brian, Steve, and coming back for his 272nd appearance for Diehard Gamer Radio.
Yes.
We have Pasty Boy Mike, who's
I'm
actually not very
I thought I
pasty
was
today.
Face and
Well,
he
that's
was Hannibal and
Yeah.
I'll be
BA.
BA.
And you're Blaguyver.
Huh?
Yeah.
no, he's
The
Murdock.
Black MacGyver.
So moving on to the news.
Didn't you watch The Losers?
No.
The movie? You should watch the movies. The Losers.
No, you
Why-
really
why
shouldn't
shouldn't-
watch
Always.
It's not
I don't
good.
even need to hear it from you.
It's a terrible film.
It was really
Hey, I
entertaining.
watched a pretty good movie. It was the Attack of the Eye Creatures. That was awesome.
That was not a good
No,
movie.
it was not a good film.
It was better than Birdemic.
It was almost as
Oh,
good as The
well.
Losers.
Now he's just trolling.
Oh, okay. So do we have anything else to share before we go on to the news?
I finished Assassin's Creed 2. That's my
Oh.
news for the year.
Now you can move on to the third one.
Yeah.
Well, isn't there
Brotherhood.
yeah.
I'm
Well,
like
it depends on
I'm
what
about
GameFly.
30 minutes away from finishing it. I just haven't gone and done it.
Well, that was the thing for me with 2 was I got to the last mission where you put all the codex pages together, and they're like, no, you have to go. Oh no, he's become this or whatever, and you're like, I'm like, oh okay, I still have to do more of the game, and I look, 1:45 a.m. Oh, I guess I'll do it later.
Yeah.
So did you need sleep too?
At 1:45 a.m. Yeah, I was going to bed
Oh.
I
When
felt
was
my-
this?
What?
When was this?
a couple days ago.
Like during a weekend?
Yeah.
It's easy. I get playing Gears of War 3 with some friends online on Friday or Saturday, and by the time we look down, it's 2:00 in the morning. It's like, oh crap, we gotta go to sleep.
But it really depends on what GameFly decides to send to me.
Really?
So-
How's GameFly treating you?
Well, I've only gotten one game from them so far, so I really can't report.
Oh, okay.
So that one game was awesome, but
So when do you plan on getting Connectimals? You do have a Connect?
you can get Connectable. It's fine.
Hey, you do like moles?
moles.
Is there a mole? Is there a mole in Connectimals?
No,
Oh.
no, they're all like
If there was, I would totally go and buy it.
I think there's meerkats, aren't there?
not meerkats.
Moles or meerkats would really make that useful for me.
They don't have slugs either.
Oh, okay. So first up, Blizzard unveils Dota and new panda-based WoW expansion.
I don't get this game.
Yeah.
Everybody's like really
panda-focused
all worked it up over this
WoW
game, and I don't
expansions.
Yes.
understand.
So they're coming with the Defense of the
Panda-focused.
Ancient style game that pits two teams of heroes against one another to destroy each other's structures. And the second was a WoW expansion titled World of Warcraft Mists of Pandaria,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
I
Mike,
don't-
help me out here. I don't know.
I haven't even heard of this before.
Yeah,
So I guess
something
I guess
about
there's this
people
race of
were at the
pandas in the game
Blizzard-
that are like
BlizzCon.
useless.
No, there isn't. There's never been. Pandas.
No, there will be.
Oh, it's another
It's
one.
gonna be
that's-
pandemonium.
It was all the excitement when the at BlizzCon 2 weeks ago or whatever.
Yeah, apparently it
I
wasn't that exciting.
Yeah, I haven't even seen. BlizzCon's already happened, huh? Wow.
Well, you stopped playing Warcraft, what? Or you
So,
I
you need
stopped
to-
playing Warcraft.
When you
years
come up
ago.
from your alcoholic haze, you'll need to catch up on your news from the last half a year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll make sure to get on a game I don't play. I don't care.
I remember all the hype leading up to BlizzCon, but it must have happened and passed and nothing came.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I didn't hear
That's what
anything
I'm
after
like,
it happened.
that's
It was
exactly
kind of
what I'm thinking.
quiet.
I'm like,
The only thing that was really interesting about BlizzCon was that
there were half naked girls running
WoW
everywhere.
players, people who play WoW will have some sort of extra access to Diablo 3.
Oh.
Huh.
I can't remember what
Like
it
early
is.
beta access
No,
or
well,
something.
there won't be a there won't be a public beta for Blizzard.
Maybe
Yeah,
they get
that's-
early
Diablo 3.
start on it like a week or
that's
something.
actually-
I don't know what.
That's
No,
actually
they get
the,
it's like some other not
some
like just-
items in the game or something.
No, it's like different than that. It's like some different kind of access that they get
Yeah,
that comes
there-
with having.
That's actually a news item.
Well, why isn't it right next to this news item?
Because I was stealing the news off other people's websites, so I didn't exactly get it in any order. We'll get to it eventually.
With the word processor, you can copy
could
and
just
paste. It's
put
pretty
them
awesome.
in different orders.
Why don't
I'm
we
way
just
too
jump to
lazy.
that now so it just
Yeah, it
gets
makes
that whole thing
less
done?
sense.
Okay, so Diablo 3 will be free to World of Warcraft annual pass subscribers, is what you're referring to. So if it means my
If
thing
you
is
prepay for a whole year of World of Warcraft, you get to play Diablo 3 free.
yeah,
Okay.
which may mean that if you don't have a WoW annual pass, does that mean you got to pay a monthly fee for Diablo 3 World of Diablo? Anyone?
Play with the questions I am asking.
Well, if you stop paying for World of Warcraft, does your copy of Diablo 3 disappear?
No, you
Well,
probably have to.
No, it's
start
got to be a separate
paying.
install.
You're probably having to pay for BattleNet or whatever the fuck you're using. 'Cause
Yeah.
all the online auction
Oh,
stuff
fucking
for that.
BattleNet.
Well, isn't it all online
Damn
only
it.
anyway?
No, I thought it was a.
I thought all your Diablo 3 stuff was going to be set up on the server.
Well, you'd still have to install on your side, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't. That's just server side shit's always just
Yeah,
passwords
but
and linking to
gonna end up
the
working like
collective.
World of Warcraft. I mean, you were installing like 90% of the game on your end,
That's true.
and then you're basically just
The
going on
servers just for authentication and connecting to other people. Really, it doesn't serve any other
Well,
purpose.
the servers in Diablo 3 are going to be for more stuff than that because the auction houses are all going to be online, and you're going to need to be on Diablo.
Okay.
You're going to have to be on BattleNet for all of that stuff, and
Okay.
so.
So let me get this straight. A game I don't play is going to not allow me access to a game I don't want to play.
yes.
That's pretty badass.
So, and it's also
That's pretty not cool.
yeah.
Well,
And
does
speaking of,
anyone sitting at this table really care about Diablo 3?
I did care about it until the whole online thing happened, and I'm like,
why?
yeah, I'm not terribly excited
I'm
about
mildly
it. now.
curious.
Yeah,
okay.
if I have to
I
pay
don't-
a
I don't-
fee to
I
play
don't-
it, I'm not going to be interested.
I
in
don't
it.
give a rat's ass about the online thing or the fee. If I like the game, then I'm okay with it.
It depends. I've got to really like the game to play or pay the fee, or have enough friends that are playing it
Well,
that
well-
I'm playing it with to make it worth it. Because I get more out of it if there's more people playing it
'Cause
together. But
I've gotten so tired of the point-click games. I'm like, I can't see Diablo 3 being it's like
Well,
StarCraft.
Well, when it boils right down to it, every video game is a point-and-click game. It's just how you're pointing and how you're
Well,
clicking.
you know what I mean.
Well, we'll find out in 2020 when Diablo 3 comes
really.
out.
Yeah, we're worrying about this way too prematurely.
And speaking of Diablo
Still
3,
dumping on me.
it's
and Duke
I'll jump
Nukem
on
4D.
Yeah, really. It's
Diablo
gonna be-
3 is supposedly heading to consoles, but there's no public beta. But I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, that's why there's no public beta. It's nowhere near
I
public
could see
beta
it
stage.
working on a PS3, but I think it's going to be just so dumbed down on the 360.
Well, it was on the Diablo 2 was awesome on the PlayStation 1.
I thought it was just the original Diablo. I don't think Diablo 2 was ever ported to console.
I thought I remember playing it on
I think it was
that.
the original Diablo.
It could be. I could be wrong because it was a long time ago.
Yeah,
It was quite a while.
You were playing Punky Skunk at the time, if I remember.
Punky
correctly.
Skunk? No, I was never playing.
Monkey Skunk, why don't you stay a while and listen?
Stay a while and listen.
I was playing Bubsy on the 64.
I was playing.
Bubsy.
I was playing N64 Bubsy. Bubsy 64.
Oh man.
What could possibly go wrong?
Well,
I could screw up my suicide attempt while playing Punky Scout.
so next up, Ezio from Assassin's Creed showing up in Soul Calibur 5, which is awesome.
Wow. No,
yes,
not
no,
really.
maybe.
For people that are still playing the Soul Calibur series,
games, yeah.
Kind of ruins the whole point of being an assassin, doesn't it?
where
You see the other guy coming, then you can fight him.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Well,
I'm
Or you
just
just
saying,
like
you know,
stab
at least
him
he
in the
fits
neck
in
with
better
your little
than
knife, and then he
Yoda
gets back
or
up.
Darth Vader.
He'd be
at
better
least.
as like a striker for King of Fighters or something where you
Oh,
call him
yeah.
and he comes in, stabs a guy from behind and runs out.
Oh, by the way, King of Fighters has been delayed until December.
Surprise.
Huh.
Kind of
So-
glad because there's so flipping many games coming out right now. I can't keep up. I'm glad Batman got delayed on PC until the end of the month so I can get Modern Warfare 3 and finish that. And then
I
I've
would
got
think
Space
you would have
Marines
just picked
too.
it up on Xbox 360 and be done.
I did.
with
It shipped to my house and I was
I
like,
meant for
wanted to have it on PC.
Batman. I thought you said you were picking up Batman on PC, not
Yeah.
the Xbox.
no, but I had pre-ordered it last October, last year,
okay.
and I totally spaced it, and then it showed up at my house. I was like, crap, I forgot to change it to PC. So I had to mail that back this weekend. I mailed some trade-ins into them too, so that I can use them against future games. So they actually gave better credit than Best Buy did. So
By the way, John, not Mike,
Yes, sir. Yes.
the two bald guys,
The bald brothers.
Steve and Mike, are
Yes, sir.
swaying back and forth.
Nibbler, chew
Giving-
through my ball sack.
Yep.
Oh boy, it's
it's like one of those old ball things where you drop it.
all right now.
No, I'm allowing. I'm allowing.
You're doing your Eve impersonation from Robotech the movie,
Yeah.
swaying back and forth
Yeah.
with the illusion of
yeah,
dancing.
yeah. I'm allowing GameFly to give me all my games now
See, I told you.
because I
Isn't
don't
it
want to
pay for them.
pay for them.
You can see pretty
Well,
good
it's
deals
like
on used
60
games through them
bucks.
too.
Oh,
But I
yeah,
don't-
absolutely.
I mean, once I finish a game, I so rarely play it again.
that's true.
So
Although,
So what's the next game now that you've?
I don't know.
beaten?
It's whatever it's available. They send you.
Oh.
yeah, it's not. Sometimes I wonder about when they send. Like, I just got Zoids. I'm like, really? That was way far down.
I could have loaned you my copy.
Well, that's
Oh,
why
yeah.
I kind of thought about that. I'm like, they're gonna get, if I go back too far, I'm gonna get something that is like really really available. So I only have like 11 things in my queue.
Did
and
you
they're all
get
new
the
games.
RPG one
It was Zoids Assault.
or RTS
I don't
one?
know.
Yeah, Zoid's Assault. It's an RTS that you
It's
play
supposed
where
to
you
be
move
like-
them on the map.
Oh wow, that's gonna be
'Cause
horrible
it's-
on the 360.
It takes literally like 20 minutes just for the opening and learning all the little crap. And then
Oh,
once
I
you
have-
finally get going, it's
I have a feeling I'm not going
very
to
slow.
enjoy that game very much.
It's like
I just,
Armored Core.
Yeah, I enjoyed Armored Core. I really enjoyed like a lot of those tactical games. But it's like Jesus, it takes like 800 years to play a level.
What? Brian's.
I don't see it on here. There's a new Ace Combat out too.
Yeah, I saw
I was
that.
like,
Oh, there.
saw a
Well,
commercial for that, which was really weird.
There
It's
was-
commercial
there-
was pretty cool.
There's a TV commercial for Ace Combat.
Will make metal bleed.
There was a YouTube video that showcased the QuickTime event at the very end of the last Ace Combat.
6, yeah.
Yeah, Ace Combat 6. They show you like the final. There's like
I
a
haven't finished it yet. Still,
there's a QuickTime event when you beat the game. It shows the pilot coming out of the plane, and it just has a little thing where you
Hit
press
X to like so you don't fall out.
Well,
the
actually,
cockpit.
if you press X, all the guy does is he raises his hand in the air, and they start playing "Don't You Forget About Me," like from the Breakfast Club. Don't you?
forget about.
Yeah, that's
That's because that's what I think about when I think about Ace Combat. Simple Minds.
yeah.
Simple Minds is what I think of.
No,
Does he get to wear Molly Ringwald's earring?
you
Yeah, yeah.
forget about me?
Judd Nelson is in there doing.
Yeah.
yeah, because Judd Nelson's an accomplished
so-
fighter pilot.
Hey,
I wonder what
he
the-
was an accomplished transformer.
I wonder what the Japanese end song was, because you know that had to be
No, I think it was
changed when it came over
I-
here.
It was probably something from Gact or something. This is from Malice Miser.
Yeah,
Alice Miser.
yeah.
So
I don't know. Sony had some pretty cool music for Gran Turismo, but they always do. They have just a huge symphony
Yeah,
orchestral
all they
music.
need to do now is like not have it where it takes like an hour and a half to do a patch for the game.
Hey, that was only the first patch. The next one's only 30 minutes.
Oh boy, that's one thing.
I'm
I hate.
assuming. I haven't
like
turned it on
patching-
again since that first time.
That's
Like
something.
patching lineage.
Yeah, oh god, it was.
Oh man.
I've seen PC patches from like 1996 go faster.
Oh, and it's ridiculous. I mean, I don't understand why the
It's like they're moving
PlayStation 3
backwards.
Yeah, it's fucking
They might as well
retarded.
just have you like mail a disc. It's just
Yeah, really. You go do something else anyway. Oh, I have to update my PS3. I'm gonna go make.
That's
some
generally what I
hamburger.
do when I get on and I go to play something and I find out there's an update. I click the update and I switch back to TV and I go watch something I've
Yeah.
recorded or
It's
something. 'cause
ridiculous.
It's a waste of time to sit there and watch the bar.
Yeah.
Green Loading Bar, the game on Sony PS3. So
Yeah.
next up, an Assassin's Creed movie's in the works, which would interest Steve because he likes.
Yeah, I guess I did watch
Jake-
Blood Rain 3 this weekend.
You watched Blood Rain 3?
I did.
How was it?
Oh, there's all sorts of like lesbian sex and boobies
Oh,
everywhere. In that
That's
movie.
awesome.
Now I have to watch because I was looking at it going.
Oh, it's the script is comical. I mean, it's the worst script I've seen in a really long time in a movie
You
that's
sure
tried
about that?
in a big budget movie that's trying to be serious. It's the worst script I've seen in
Didn't
a
have
long
anything
time.
to do with you bolded
Oh,
it.
some of the dialogue is just. Is this the first draft? Did you just film the first draft?
Yes.
So
They're writing it as they shoot.
I bet the director
the
used to be a
choreog-
porn director too.
the choreography is beyond laughable, but the best actor, even though it's not a good role and it's not a good acting job, but the best character is this mad scientist who works for the Nazi regime who's trying to make Hitler immortal by taking vampire blood
vampire blood and shooting it with it.
and shooting up people with it, and he spends the whole time talking like this the whole time.
There's actually there's a
But holy cow, there's like a lot of hot boobied women in that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
See, now I gotta watch it.
there's a
It's on streaming, so.
there's
I
a
know. I saw that. I'm like, wow, this might be a colossal waste of time or something.
Well, it kind of was, but
you got to see
you know,
nipples.
there's
He doesn't
there's some
regret it,
benefits to it.
apparently.
Yeah.
There's some benefits to it too.
there's a documentary called Tales from the Script that has a interview with one of the writers who did the first Blood Rain movie.
Oh my god.
And she sent the
Why would
the
you wanna
first
listen to
draft of the movie to Yui Boll, and Yui Boll's like, "Yep, that's it. We'll roll
Well,
with
it's
it. It's like no rewrites, no nothing."
It's a different
Oh my
actress who's
God.
Blood Rain in 3.
yeah.
So-
Well, they couldn't get what's her face to do it.
Too
again.
high profile now
Yeah,
after
yeah.
doing two Blood Rains.
Well, you're asking
Yeah.
a German
It's kinda
to
like,
script or to look over a script that's in English.
He
Well-
speaks English very well, actually.
I don't buy that.
Have you seen?
He speaks it well, but he doesn't
Postal?
read it very well.
He had a big role in Postal, and he spoke English. It
The,
was the most repulsive movie I've seen in a long time. But
it filmed once again entirely in Eastern Europe.
of
There's
course.
not a person with a last name that's shorter than 17 letters.
Yeah, and it's mostly consonants.
Yeah.
How many gypsies are in this film?
Yeah, really.
So
But actually, Assassin's Creed the movie is they
Yeah,
had to
who's-
shop for like a half dozen studios because of Ubisoft's ridiculous demands on the studio. They finally signed with Sony.
What are their
Jeez.
demands?
They have
full script control.
full creative control over everything, including budget, scripts, actors. Just the
You mean it
whole
might
nine.
actually turn out okay?
No,
Well, the
This is Ubisoft. You're talking
yeah
about.
yeah.
so
the
when,
only-
when you go to the movie, you have to wait for the DRM scheme to load and
Yeah.
everything like
I
that.
don't.
Yeah.
See, I've never had a
I don't
problem
have
with
a
their
problem
DM,
with any of that
the
stuff, so.
DRM stuff.
No,
I've
they
never had
they
an
fixed
issue.
that several years ago. It hasn't been an issue.
But the problem is going to be because they're programmers and they don't know anything about movie making. That they might fuck something up that way.
Well,
I doubt
Although-
they'll have the programmers actually looking over the.
Well,
over the
that's
spec.
true. But you know,
they can do their own CG for the movie, though.
the movie studios were belly aching about, well, what do they know about making movies? And my thought was, well, what do you know about making movies?
Because
Oh,
they
what
don't
do you know about
exactly have
making a video game movie? Really?
Well, it's not like,
Exactly.
they have most of the major studios have an unblemished record recently of making a long string of awesome movies.
As
so.
a matter of fact, this year's been one of their worst.
Yeah. Let's go over Universal's track record for this year.
Oh
huh?
yeah, it's like
So next up, Shadowrun Online is a thing now, which would interest Mike.
wasn't Shadowrun like The Sega Genesis. I mean, isn't this
No,
good?
I remember there was a 360 game too.
There was a 360 game?
Yeah, remember there was a Shadowrun 360 game?
No.
Was
Sure,
there?
it wasn't
there
the
was.
original Xbox.
No, well,
Are
maybe.
you talking
I think it's
3DO?
the
think
first
so.
Xbox.
One of the
3DO
Xboxes had a
or-
Shadowrun game.
Yeah,
Sega Genesis.
I know there was a Shadowrun on the Genesis and the Super.
yeah, that was the
Nintendo.
3/4 view, and you had the angled rooms.
So
Yeah.
This was a.
What do we know about
This
this
was
game?
a three quarters or like a behind the shoulder, the one that came out
Third
for the
person.
Xbox or whatever.
So this is like an
Came
MMO?
out, and if it was really like.
I swear it was on the original Xbox. It
It
sounds
was
kind of
on one of
familiar.
those two. It was like a really big deal for like 3 weeks, and then it kind of fell off the face.
That's
of the earth.
like every Shadowrun game. It's like huge for like 7 days.
Well,
and then
because
it's just
Shadowrun is just a franchise for selling you source books.
yeah, when it's a tabletop pencil and paper game, they'll sell you source books, but they can't sell you a
That
source book
and
with
GURPS.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
GURPS was a pile of books just to get started.
Yep. It's
So-
like you needed a whole new bookcase just to start your first campaign. Roll
Yeah,
your first
really.
character, you needed a bookcase full of GURPS books.
Yeah, really.
And I hated their system too. It was so convoluted. It wasn't
That
even
wasn't that bad. You haven't played
Wasn't GURPS
Um,
based off D20?
funny.
or-
No.
That predates all those
There's-
single dice games.
you haven't played the original rule set for Twilight 2000, so you don't know convoluted. I'm sorry, it's just the people who made that
I played
game are
I played the
crazy.
Palladium games before they settled on the Palladium system.
Oh, so like the D20, like they're not gonna
No,
roll
this
D4.
it was crazy. It's a good
Oh,
thing that
was
they
it?
re-released it with the actual Palladium rules, because I mean the Palladium rules are also convoluted, but they're nothing compared. What was that
they're not
that
that
Vietnam RPG that?
Oh
Palladium
yeah,
were out.
yeah.
Well, Vietnam wasn't an RPG. I was there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's where you lost your left testicle. and
Yeah, yeah.
the
In the middle of-
Danang, right?
Yeah, hopped up on some jungle
What the hell was the
mushroom.
name of that Vietnam game?
It was like it had. I don't remember. I had it, but
But
I
that
don't
was
remember what it
before Robotech. It was one of the first ones that they put out,
called. Oh yeah, that had a weird system.
and it had a
too.
really weird system because they hadn't standardized in the
Well,
Palladium
Robotech
rules
was
yet.
Palladium, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, the
But that
the
was
Vietnam
Robotech
one,
was Robotech Robotech the Macross Saga source book. The first one that came out was the first one that they had the standardized Palladium rule set in it.
That's not true. The Mutant Turtles had that too.
Yeah, it came out afterwards.
No, it didn't.
All right.
I,
so-
I like
Yes,
the
it
Mutant Turtles game. That was actually pretty cool.
It was good. It
I
was
think
a
mine
good
was
game.
just like I did mine up like Donatello.
Well, you know.
So what
you
do
could-
we know about Shadowrun
cool.
Online?
Nothing.
It's about Shadowrun, and it will be online.
Okay,
That's what we know.
I'm not because I'm not. Shadowrun
Well, do you like
does-
the world of Shadowrun?
Not especially. It seems like they want.
Would
to
you
do
like
a
it
little
better
bit of
online?
anything. No, it's kind of like if I smeared my face with dog shit and then tried to put it online, it'd still be my ugly face with.
It's kind of
dog
like the
shit on it.
cyberpunk.
Oh, I'm sure you get a
RPG,
certain number of
except
hits
with
on
magic.
YouTube.
Yeah,
That's
it's,
what it
it's
is.
like they
Yeah,
want
I
to be
know.
too much. It's like if you want to be cyberpunk, then be cyberpunk. Because they're
Or
really
play cyberpunk,
Yeah.
the RPG.
Well, we can't do that online yet.
I don't even think I don't think that's been in print for like 20 years.
I think you're
Yeah,
right.
you're not too far.
It's probably done in black and red
Far
just
off.
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, you can find the convoluted source books for that too.
Somebody scanned them, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can.
There's a
find
couple
torrent of the
Travis,
damn
and my
things.
buddy Travis knows some, or he used to have some databases. He actually built one of his own too for all the D&D books he bought. There's
Is he
huge
playing
resources.
D&D now?
I don't know if he still plays it, but he scanned all the books that he bought. That was pretty cool.
Oh.
So like 80 years later, when he's
He has a
putting
huge collection.
So,
Diablo, we already.
so he's
did
got
that.
like the version 1.0 rules that no one plays anymore.
Yeah, he's to this day he's 1/3 of the way through the first monstrous compendium.
Yeah. A Warhammer does 1d4 damage.
Yeah.
So next up,
Orcs have 1d6 hit points.
Yeah.
so PlayStation 4 game development is underway. So
For a system that doesn't
DevelopOnline.net
exist?
reported that Sony's internal studio has begun preliminary work on PlayStation 4 games. The projects are in early stages of development, and they intend to launch the PS4 in 2013, which
And all the games will bite because
Which
they
means more
won't
like
standardize the
2014.
hardware until 2014.
Yeah, pretty much.
So how many SKUs
Well,
are we
it's
predicting
not only
now?
that, but it's going to be
I think they've learned their lesson. They're bringing it down to 5 SKUs.
Yeah.
It's not only that, but you got to remember they got to tie it into the Vita, and it's got to have its own unique
Oh,
little
that's
memory
right,
card.
yeah.
That's assuming
Yeah,
the Vita
there
will
you
still
go.
be around by then.
Yeah, it'll probably.
I mean,
tank.
between now and then, they have all
Are
this
they-
time to screw it up. So.
Are they seriously abandoning the PlayStation 3 already?
No, they're probably going to keep the PS3 around the same way they kept the PS2 around for a
No,
while.
it'll-
But the
last a couple more
PS2 can
years.
support itself because it's selling more than the PS3 right now. I mean,
Not-
they're actually still
They
selling
won't. It
stuff.
won't be when there's not any PS2s available.
They'll stop production at some point.
Oh, they have to, but I mean, it's just like Jesus.
You have to
H.
go on eBay and pay $200 to get a PS2.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
You'll have to go to Akihabara and you'll have to look through the discount to whatever the dollar stores, whatever the dollar store is in Akihabara, and you'll find them in a discount bin, wire bin.
So it'd be like
a
You'll
bunch of
hustle.
Madoka dolls and
so it'll be like what, the 5,000 yen store?
yeah.
And don't forget, you'll be able to buy your Vita from Mexico. It'll be the La Vita Loca version.
The La Vita Loca. of the
It's
Vita.
like sushi, so it's the PlayStation 2s are on the bottom, and it's
Yeah.
covered in used Game Boy cartridges, and
Right.
they have the Nintendo Famicom stuff on top of that,
Yeah.
and they have a bunch of UFO doll catcher
Yep.
dolls.
Yep.
You have to dig your way through it.
of PS2 mascots.
So they're already developing games for a system that doesn't.
They've already
exist.
been talking about it. I know the 360 is under development for
The
old
Xbox 720 or whatever
Yeah,
they're going to call it.
they've been calling it the 720 since.
I
Well,
know
people
they-
have been calling
They
it.
have
They
to
haven't
be
officially said
developing
anything.
it, but
Well, but at least Microsoft, they've got a platform that's sane.
yeah,
Well, they've done it correctly where they've gone up with hard drive sizes and they've slimmed it down, and I mean they've kept it alive and done well with it. It's like PlayStation's always 6 months to a year behind the curve, and they still don't get it right when it comes out.
Well, and then they rush everything so they can be the
You
first.
never
out.
have any idea what you're buying half the time.
That's exactly. It's
So-
like
I
what
swear,
the
I
hell
still
am
get
doing?
on my PS3 and I look across that X bar, and I don't know what half that shit's for. I'm
Yeah.
just like, what do
the
I want
cross
all
media
this
bar
for?
is just really, really confusing.
Oh my god! And you get down the left end with all the
and we're like technical
instructions.
people.
I know.
It's like we know this shit, and it's like, why is this even an option? Why? What are you doing?
Yeah. And when you're a technical person, you start shying away from the extra stuff that's
Yeah,
on
I know.
your thing.
Like,
That's
half
when you
of it's
know you
useless.
don't.
It's like, okay.
The UI, something's wrong with the UI at that point.
Yeah.
It's
really.
like, okay, I want to change it from stereo to Dolby, and suddenly I'm having to reconfigure SCART configurations. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here?
I so want to try the remote access with the PS to do it through a Wi-Fi. Like go to a Starbucks and start my PS3 up and download something through it. But
Why?
I just know it's not worth the hassle.
yeah, it's,
I'm like, this
It's
is
gonna
way
take
too
you
complicated for what it needs to be.
Take you a week and a half to figure it out.
Yeah.
well, it's like why I can't imagine why I would ever be sitting in a Starbucks thinking, I could start a PS3 download right now.
Yeah.
Or
No,
you-
it's not. The whole big thing about that was you could take your PlayStation Portable, your PSP, to a Starbucks, and you could download a movie to it from your PS3 via Wi-Fi,
Oh,
and then
so-
watch something on your PSP, basically. But
So the typical Wi-Fi connection, you'll see it'll take you like 4 hours to download the movie.
Well, it'll stream it to you.
it'll be like Netflix beta.
Oh.
Hey, Brian, real quick, did they do that thing for Gran Turismo 5 where you could use your PSP for like a rear view mirror or something for...
I don't know.
Okay.
That requires me to play the game.
Well, you have to wait for the patch.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
still in the
you
freaking
still-
driver's
We're,
licenses.
we're still patching the game.
Yeah, that was my thing. That's why I got into Forza 4 so much. It's like, oh, there's no driver's licenses. I can just get in and start racing.
Yeah, that's such a bunch of bull. They've always done that on every Gran Turismo too. It
Makes you feel as though you accomplished something, I guess.
Well, yeah, but
no, it just makes you go through all the
shakes his head at
shit
me.
that you went through when you were a teenager and having to get your driver's license the first time.
so next up, let Japanese women compliment you on your urination.
They already do.
Oh, you got such a big one.
See, I
Yours-
take and
I love your big stream.
I take my iPhone and I just align it down there and I just stream to Nico Nico.
Oh, so that was the video I was watching yesterday.
I was like, wow, who's drinking a lot of punch here?
So Sega Toys made a urine-powered game called Toiretsu. It is being location tested. Insert your own joke here.
Like, I get it.
This is the one that was supposed to go in the stand-up stalls, wasn't it? The one you play while you're going to the bathroom?
I believe so.
Because you were supposed to. It was a racing game you were playing, and the longer your stream, the farther you went into the game, and the faster you went.
Oh,
but you were peeing on this mat, basically, on the wall.
I think this one is like
you've got to be kidding
a stand-up. I don't know if that's the
It's a stand-up game. Yeah.
That's what the last one was.
But it's got like this screen, and it's got this animated woman that compliments you on your technique or possibly your accuracy. I'm not sure how this plays out.
I've never once thought of, urinating in front of a woman to have her compliment me.
Well, Sega's kind of.
Does she jump up at the end and go, "Yeah"?
Sega does have the license for Hatsune Miku, so it might be Hatsune Miku that's complimenting you.
It's a Vocaloid.
That's even worse. Oh wow.
Really?
I don't know. This is.
You've never had a
very
woman
strange.
compliment you on your pee prowess?
Well, yes, but it had anything to do with video game.
So moving on to the next topic.
I don't know what.
Okay.
It's not about golden showers, is it?
No.
Okay.
No.
So LA Noire, the complete edition announced. So it comes with all the DLC, which
I'm wondering why anyone buys new games anymore, because you just wait 3 months and then there's
You
gonna be
know,
an
there
Ultimate
was an
Edition.
article on Ars Technica today about how
Really?
buying games at release is kind of for losers.
Yeah, I don't do it anymore at all. Because
It was kind of funny by the guy who does their new release reviews.
Well, it's the truth. It's like I put off this game, even though I know it's probably one I'm going to really enjoy, because I'm just like.
It depends. I gotta.
No,
I'm just
anymore
saying,
you get screwed anytime you buy a new game.
yes and no. But one of the reasons you buy something new is it? Well, look at the flow chart the way I'm looking at it. Is it single player or is it multiplayer? If it's single player, you probably don't need it right away, and you probably don't need to do a lot with it. You can just wait till it comes out on sale or get the Game of the Year edition. But if it's multiplayer, you want to get out there when all your friends buy it at the same time, and so you can do stuff online and get the achievements. And
Yeah, I guess
mean,
so,
it's a matter of timing more so with multiplayer, like Gears of War 3
Maybe
or
you need to get your friends to also buy it later.
That's not gonna happen.
Well,
But they're
Get out there with the
losers.
taser and like, I'm gonna go buy no.
I can't see them guys. They'll toughen up to the taser and go out and buy it anyway.
It's also a matter too when you get online and
cattle prod.
when you get online and you're playing the multiplayer. If you're just getting in for the first time 6 months from now, you're going to get owned by so many people that have been playing it since release day that you've already lost.
I guess I don't play anything online on my Xbox often enough that it's even.
So Mike, do you have any interest in LA Noire?
Yeah. I've talked to everybody who's played it. It's like
It's
badass
excellent.
game. Yeah.
Don't you spend a lot of time just talking to people in that game?
No,
Well,
I already spend a lot of time talking to people.
It's kind of a sandbox game, isn't it?
not really.
Is it
from what I
linear?
hear, it's kind of, but it's linear, and it really
I mean, you
shouldn't have
can
been
explore
sandbox.
wherever you want, but
It's like Rage.
as you're a cop,
It's like
it's not like
Rage.
you can go and start.
So
shooting
the
people or
video
anything like
drivers
that.
are all messed up, and
Yeah.
the release was a clusterfuck.
yeah,
Is that what it was?
there's no options in the option menu for anything.
But Mike, do pick it up and
It's supposed to be, but yeah, it's like
and,
okay,
and,
now we've got
and
to.
pick it up for the PS3 because it's only one disc.
I don't care.
You should care
Why
doesn't
would
play
I?
on
because
his
it's like
PS3.
3 discs on.
Didn't
the
we just
Xbox
get this?
360.
Didn't we just get done talking about how the PS3 is a pain to play
Well,
on,
it's-
and now
it's-
you want him to go buy a game now on the PS3?
I'm trolling him.
Oh.
So
Oh,
next up,
I've got my anti-troll cap on though.
no, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Oh, must be.
It's not on
invisible.
where you think it is.
Okay. So the PlayStation Vita hits America on February 22nd, which I don't think anyone really cares
It's
about.
America
The Vita.
like a comet or something. We're gonna
Yes.
have Tunguska
Plastic and metal
incident
brick.
in in like Florida or something.
Do you have any interest in the Vita, Brian?
Not right away. I'll wait.
See, my PSP was.
I still
the
haven't even
worst.
bought a 3DS, so
Well,
It's-
there's that.
Yeah, aside from the PS3, the PSP was my worst.
So the
That's
PlayStation
been-
Vita is the Italian-themed PlayStation, right?
Yes.
Yes, I think
Okay.
we've had this joke before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh,
It
It was
drives
like a pasta dish comes with
Damn it.
pesto.
No, it's got like a big child molester mustache and drives around in the
That's
sports
Vito.
car.
Vito. That's the PlayStation Vito.
But yeah, I don't
Secretly working for the
That's-
Xbox Corporation.
My
Yeah.
PSP
Leaves the
was a
cannoli.
horrible waste of money. My PS3 is a horrible waste of money. I'm not even gonna touch them
All right.
unless they give me one for free. And fucking
Well, apparently that's part of the sale is you can touch the back of it and do different things. But I don't know.
touch the
but all
back.
the what was it at the Tokyo Game Show? Then none of the games that had that enabled on it.
Yeah,
It's like
go
what?
figure.
So you can theoretically touch
Yeah,
that.
it's got like a cheese grater on the back.
Oh, well,
You
that
can,
would be
you
more.
can you
I
can
would get
finger the
more
back
use-
of it.
I would get more use out of a cheese grater than I would my PSP.
I don't
so
use the
perhaps.
cheese grater very much.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, I just buy it pre-shredded, I guess.
yeah.
The
Lazy.
miracle of modern
Yeah.
It's easy to
science.
shred cheese.
Well, then
It's
you
actually
get
kind
how
of better
often
in a
do-
way because it's fresh.
Yeah, but like, how often do I have like just a big hunk of cheese that I'm going to use? I mean, not very often.
Well,
If
you
I
gotta go
cooked a
buy
lot
the hunk
more.
of cheese, granted. But I mean,
Well,
I-
you don't.
if you do tacos or
Cooking's for
nachos once a week
squares.
at least, there's your
Well,
chunk
see,
of
but I
cheese.
don't. So
Oh,
I mean, I wouldn't
Well,
use
it's
the
not too
block
late.
of cheese very.
you can scrape your knuckles off very easily.
You can make one awesome
build
grilled cheese
calluses.
sandwich.
There you go. Yeah, toughen up.
So what Brian is saying is that you need to shred more cheese.
Apparently, I need to be cooking more dishes that require cheese to be shredded.
Hey, there's something. We can get a Sean
your
White
cheese.
cheese grater. It's
What?
the shredder.
Oh,
It'll just be
You
one
can
long
get a
board that looks.
Saki to cut your cheese for
It'll be
you.
one long
That
cheese
shredder?
grating board that looks like a snowboard. It's probably one of the only places he
That-
hasn't been
That's a
used.
$1,000,000 idea right there.
It is.
It is.
I can't believe the shit that they've got his name on. It just blows
I
me away
know,
every
it's
time
like-
I see something
And he's got
new.
such a fucking ugly face too. I just wish it would just disappear.
Oh, you just don't like gingers.
No, actually, I banged quite a few gingers. I like them very much, but not his face. Holy shit, he looks like a fucking ugly board. He's just like a fucking.
All
It's
right.
not even funny. It's disgusting. And the Olympics have been over for 18 years, and the guy's face is still everywhere.
18 years.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't
Fucking
think he's even. Is he 18?
I
I
He's
don't
got to
know.
be 20 by now. I don't know.
I hope he dies soon. That's all I say.
Jeez
Fuck it.
Christ.
What?
All right.
You can roll it on. I'll just keep on talking about Sean White and his fucking ugly face.
All right. All right. Calm down, Mike.
It looks like a foot. I mean, swear to God.
All right. So new.
you get strong emotions about this.
Yeah.
No, I'm just making.
What do you think
making
about-
Murdock get a little bit assertive about?
How do you
his
feel
schedule.
about Carrot Top?
Oh, he's a great guy. I love his.
All
stuff,
right.
in fact.
So new 3DS game. If I were locked,
You and Roger's sister.
if I were in a locked
Oh.
room with a girl, is the name of the game. So D3
what?
Publisher announced.
That sounds kind of sick.
You know where this came from was Teen Wolf.
It, no,
it came from
it came from Japan.
Alone in the Dark 3.
That's- so D3 Publisher announced a new love simulation plus escape game. You use the gyro sensor
Plus
to view the
escape?
girl. Yes.
Wait,
You
so
use the
like,
gyro
What is
sensor
this,
to
the
view
panic
girl.
room?
yeah, really? Oh God,
At
there's a
Angel-
girl in here. I gotta get my ass out of here.
So yeah, you are locked
Oh,
in
the
a room
girl's
with.
touching me. Oh.
So yeah, you are locked in a room with a girl, and you try to escape the room.
So
but
I
at the
do
same
a
time,
fireball
you can-
motion. I can give her an uppercut so she can't touch me.
No, you actually.
Sure,
Get-
you can.
You can. Yeah.
I don't know why you're even trying to explain this. This is the most ridiculous concept for a game ever.
Is it really?
Wait till next month. They come
So
out with
what-
one every month, I swear.
We've had like 18 examples in this very
why,
podcast
why am I trying to escape from this?
about fucking crazy
Well,
Japan
I guess.
and their
I guess
unmarketable
you're
games.
locked in the school like clock tower or something.
She
I
got
don't know what the
cooties?
fuck's
This is
going
beginning to sound like a Penthouse Letters.
It's almost like you didn't do any research on this at all.
on. What are you new to the podcast?
No, we don't do the research. You're the one that picks the topics. You got to lead us around by the nose and
Well-
tell us why he would be doing this shit.
I don't. All they announced is here's the game. You're in a room with a schoolgirl and you're trying to escape for whatever
Escape
reason, but
her
at the same
horrible
time,
intentions?
you're supposed to get different camera angles and ogle at the girl, and it's
Huh.
all very Japanese. And
No, that's just lacking creativity is what it is.
This is why Japan is becoming irrelevant in the
Well,
video games.
keep going. We've got more from Japan.
We've got
coming
more
up.
from Japan. We've already had 23 examples.
All right, so
Well, we've got more of less
so
from
Final
Japan.
Fantasy
Nice.
14 version 2.0 coming out, which
Oh boy,
it's a
Is this the
complete
black label?
the black
Yes, yes,
black
it is.
label Final Fantasy.
So it'll arrive in December, a complete reboot of the game with complete redesign of current repetitive maps, new graphics engine, new server systems, improved speed and performance, fully renewed user interface, and expansion of the in-game community content. So in other words, we're just going to start over from the beginning.
We're just gonna make it prettier, but you're gonna buy it all over again because
Yeah,
it's prettier.
Buy it again, and we
For the
promise,
first time.
Yeah.
Taste it again for the first time.
Yeah.
And
We
we
haven't had
promise.
cornflakes in a while, Steve. Go
So
on.
there's more community content, meaning it'll be easier to build a party to go after a level 1 slime. I mean, that's stupid. I mean, they don't know what they're doing, and I don't understand it because it's not a tough concept.
But you can use your slime controller.
Yeah,
It's
or
like
something.
it's like they've never even seen World of Warcraft.
I know. It's like
They haven't.
It is. It's like
They're still building games based off EverQuest.
Even
instead of,
Korea
like-
has surpassed
Thank
them
you.
in,
I
in
know, although-
online capability.
Well, yeah, except Korea still is like, I hope you like grinding because it's the
Yeah.
national sport of Korea.
Yeah,
well, that's why you
really.
go out to the cafe.
And the gold medal
You
winners
get
are
your
the
coffee
ones.
or food and you grind.
Yeah, you grind. Yeah, the gold medal winners are the ones that die while they play.
Yeah.
Like after 28 hours, I've died.
Hey, that's the
Oh.
ultimate achievement.
Yeah, that's a
100 achievement points.
It just has a skull. He died. He's AFK forever.
I wonder if there's like a graveyard, like the fallen MMO heroes of Korea.
You know, when I was playing WoW, I was like running down in like one of the main towns, and there was like this road leading up to it, and there was someone who had died, and their character's name was Dead in Road, all one word, and they were just like there for days. I was like, oh really? That's the kind of weird shit you would see on WoW.
Oh
Like seriously,
boy.
Dead in Road, all one word, just lying there, right in the middle of the street, and everyone was like walking by. I'm like, and then suddenly they were like gone, and I think that, like one of the GMs finally like erased them or moved them away, or
Okay.
so now that you know the weird shit that you see on World of War, although World of Warcraft's supposed to be like better now, but I'm like, oh.
So next
Whatever.
up, ASF, a sequel to a successful franchise, Grand Theft Auto 5.
It's gonna be just as ballless as the fourth one.
ballless.
Yeah, without balls.
I understand that
I don't-
it
I
will
don't
be
think-
devoid
I
of balls.
4 wasn't devoid of balls. It was just
Let me call you every
Boring.
5 minutes. Yeah, it's like I'm living
It was
my
a
life
dating sim.
again. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
it
I'm living
was.
my
It
life
was.
again.
It really was.
As in this game, like I can watch TV in a video game. Why? It's like Jesus.
That's more
Christ.
realistic than Shenmue was.
Well, I
Yeah,
heard that
well.
Shenmue, you got to go to work to earn money to go to Hong Kong.
Yeah, but you didn't get called every 5 minutes by your girlfriend.
No,
That's
you just
reality,
had to
my
report to
friend.
work on time.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Let's
yeah.
go play pool. Okay, we'll go to my junkie Rasta pool hall again.
Yeah, it's like I'm
Yeah,
out.
man.
I'm out like shooting hookers, and here's my cousin wanting to go play pool again.
Yeah.
Fuck you. That's why I liked
Saints Row.
Saints Row was so much better.
Are you going to pick up Saints Row 3?
Probably, but I'm not going to buy it on release day. We've already covered why.
Yeah, because you're cheap.
I'm cheap. Number one. Number
Well, you give it a
two
couple
is-
weeks, you can probably get it used on eBay
Oh, I know.
or something
It's like,
anyway.
you
So
know, there's literally they price the new game so high, and they don't put out any features for them. It's like
that's the
why?
reason I've been buying them new on Amazon, because I bought one game and I got a $20 credit going forward, and it just rolled forward. And I keep almost every game I've bought so far the last 2 years has had another credit roll forward. So
Huh.
I haven't paid a new price for a game in a long time.
So you would get a $20 credit when you buy the new game, and then
Yeah,
your next
a lot of these
purchase
games
has a
have, if you
$20
pre-order them, they have a promotional credit of some sort.
I never pre-order.
So it'll say $10 credit to your account if you buy this game, and then you can use it. And you've got it's good for like a year, so you can't really go wrong.
that's
You're
not
gonna
too
buy
bad.
another game at that point. So, and if you do it right, a lot of the more popular games, once they're pre-ordered, that credit just rolls forward. So you just get it towards the next game, and you get anywhere between $10 and $20 in credit.
So it's between
Plus,
basically 50 and 40.
Amazon's trying to compete with GameStop too with release day stuff, so they will ship it to you and get it to you on release day.
Really?
Which is what I did today. I just bought Modern Warfare pre-ordered on Amazon today, and you had up until about, I think, 2 p.m. to get it same day release. And they, sure enough, I got an email around 4 o'clock that said your game is shipped. You'll see it tomorrow.
Huh.
I was like, okay, and it was free shipping. I'm like,
Nice. They rarely do free shipping on any of the stuff I'm ordering. Maybe that ought to tell me something.
well, you got to buy it on release day.
Yeah, really. Yeah, you got to see. That's I
You don't get free shipping when it's 6 months later and the game's flooded the market.
Every time I've pre-ordered stuff, it's been for games I really never really wanted.
So I don't know if you guys saw the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 5. It came out a couple days ago.
Well, it's
and it's
like
all about
no game footage.
Yeah, no game footage, and it's I guess they're satirizing the whole economic collapse of the United States,
yeah,
blah blah
it's
blah.
What do you expect the game footage to look like? It's going to look like the game footage from 4,
Well,
just prettier.
Yeah, well, it looked like the damn game I'm gonna get. I mean, the cutscenes will.
It's not going to look horrible.
The cutscenes are like my least. I don't care about the cutscenes.
Okay, all right.
It's like fuck.
What kind of gamer are you? Jeez.
Oh, sorry.
You should be playing just for the cutscenes. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, I grind through the actual game so I can watch the movie.
You should.
I'm the
Metal Gear
ideal.
Solid.
Yeah, I'm the ideal Metal
That was
Gear
an
fan.
awesome movie. So next up, Conception. Please Have My Baby. It's a PSP RPG.
From Japan.
Yes.
Ugh.
So I'm not making this up. The goal in Conception is to put the charms on some pure innocent girls,
Oh, Christ.
raise their affection for you, then make babies with them.
That's why there's a J after it.
Oh, is that J for the stink of Japan?
Yeah. And then you take
I
these
just wanna
babies
find
out
a
to
Japanese girl and
dungeons
give her a
to
hug.
what appear to be turn-based battles.
Well, it sounds like
So it's like
sounds like
front
a-
mission.
Pokemon?
no, it sounds like a spin-off of Princess Maker. There was a whole lot of going out into dungeons and fighting in Princess Maker too.
Wow.
Yeah, but you weren't like getting busy
Well,
making babies
eventually,
to do your
maybe.
So
dirty
it's
work
like
for
it's
you.
like Cobra Mission. And
You're
Front
growing an
Mission.
army from the ground up.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like Pikmin.
Jesus.
My sperm will raise this vehicle.
So to what end do we do this? Why don't we just go into
To
the
get
dungeon?
fat loots.
Oh, and we don't want to risk our personal selves, so we'll
Correct.
just knock out.
Also, the ceilings might be very, very, very short.
That makes more sense to me. They're like ancient.
I mean, I'm
dwarven
glad that
dungeons.
line of bullshit makes more sense to you.
It does. Because at least there's some.
Because
do we have a
some
game for
motive.
you?
Someone needs to examine their life.
No, at least there's some reason to like. But why wouldn't you knock up like 8 girls and then just have like rotating little arm parties of?
Why don't you knock up 9 girls?
Well,
Or live it yourself.
I was just using 8 or
Did
9.
you need a
as
1 month break?
I
Is that
do
what it
need a
is?
1 month break.
okay.
Yeah,
Well, he did-
What's wrong, Genghis Khan?
Sabbatical.
Tell us.
yeah.
Well, after the 8th one, he has to drink some
He
milk,
needs
and
a
then
sexy sabbatical.
Yeah, I need a nap. Okay. And then my
needs
Viagra, and then we're
Odin's
gonna
sleep.
we're gonna go.
Viagra.
Yeah, because if we're breeding an army to raid this,
Robeson's sleep so
Very-
he can recharge.
very diminutive dungeon that we're raiding with toddlers,
I think you're thinking about it too much.
It's like Dungeon Keeper,
this
except with
probably
babies.
is,
Yeah.
and like fun and coolness.
Dungeon
too.
Master. Dungeon Keeper.
Dungeon Keeper.
Dungeon Keeper.
It's one of those.
Horny.
One, I don't know. Something.
Yeah,
Dungeon Keeper
oh
is
my
awesome.
god, who thought of this?
So it's like
game?
Monster Rancher.
No, Monster Rancher was a fun game. This sounds
Yeah.
like dog shit.
No.
Yes, it was. Don't shake your head at me like that.
All right.
Remember the monster one too, where you could take God, what was it? Was it CDs?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Monster
that was
Rancher.
That was Monster
Rancher,
Rancher.
Yeah,
That was
It's
fun.
been so long since I played it, I can't remember.
That was fun. Like you'd be tearing through all your CDs and stuff.
Yeah.
putting them in there. What's this gonna make? What does AC/DC make? Oh, yeah.
So next up, The Lord of the Rings: War of the North announced. So it's an expansion of the MMO, which would interest
No, it's not.
Mike. No, what's that?
War of the North is a standalone game.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the expansion of the MMO just came out.
Look at now he does
about
research and it's wrong.
3 weeks
So
ago.
how is this different from any other time?
That you usually don't do the research.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, War of the North is a standalone game.
Are you going to pick it up?
Maybe.
Is it an
I wanna try
MMO
it,
or
but-
more of a
No,
RTS?
it's I think it's more of a kind of a role player. They don't have much about it.
Because I like the old, I like the original Lord of the Ring RTSs they put out. Those were actually decently fun.
Oh, those were like the second one was awesome. But yeah, it's the expansion for the MMO came out like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
It's called Rise of
They're
Isengard.
totally different companies too.
Yeah,
So,
raise the level cap and everything.
oh. So,
Just so you know,
okay. All right. I have no interest in Lord of the Rings.
or MMOs for that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's like two things that you don't give a shit about.
So World of Warcraft guilds can now switch servers and sides, which is awesome. Yeah,
How
you
do
can
you-
switch
how do
from
you do
Horde
that?
to Alliance and vice versa.
How do you do that?
So
Since,
you pay a fee and then they do it for you.
No, because then I have a character who's an orc and now he's on the Alliance side.
Hey.
Or do they just say,
No,
"Well, you're
I
an orc"?
imagine you would have to change. You would either have to change servers and go to the opposite faction,
Yeah.
or you would have to abandon your existing characters and move to the other faction.
So you would essentially be starting a new character either way.
Correct.
Huh. I
That
have an
would
idea.
kinda
But you
suck.
can move your whole guild at the same time without having to rebuild it again. So you wouldn't have to rebuild the
Oh.
structures and all that sort
I
of
guess that's cool if you've kind of pretty much done everything, or you think you've done it all with your
If
guild.
you're tired
and
of
kinda
raiding as the
bored.
Horde, you can get tired of
Or-
raiding as the Alliance.
or,
That's
you
what I was
know,
thinking. Or
you know, the server is bullshit for some reason, so you just move your whole
that
guild to a different
happens
server.
sometimes,
It does
especially
happen
on
sometimes.
PvP
Well,
servers.
especially the first servers that were used. Everybody's flooded those servers, and they open up new servers, and
Well, sometimes the ecosystem for the guilds on a server just gets to be bullshit
Yeah.
between all the different guilds, and so moving to another server can be
Yeah.
advantageous.
Or just like on a PvP server, if you're like an Alliance guild on a PvP server that's like filled to the gills with
yeah,
Horde guilds and
get
there's
a
hardly
filled
any,
guild.
Yeah.
that was
there's
like
hardly
what you
any-
call it in Dark Age of Camelot. There was
Yeah.
only one server where Hibernia was like the predominant faction. All the rest of them were totally dominated by Albion and Midgard.
That's funny shit.
So
So yeah, it's like, you might switch your. Yeah, I can see that, but it's like pay a fee and fuck. Shit, just play on
Just
the
milking
server.
you for more money.
Just fucking play on the server. I mean, how hard is it going to be to make new friends on the server? Unless you're a D-bag, and it's like, well, fuck you. Maybe you
but
should.
I like my old friends.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah. So next up, Jaws Ultimate Predator
What?
for 3DS, which would interest Mike. 'cause
I remember talk about this
didn't-
about a year ago. I didn't think they
they
were going to make the
this
game.
game on a Nintendo or something?
there was a Jaws game.
I
for
thought
the
it was
8-bit
supposed to come
Nintendo.
out
yeah,
on PlayStation.
well, the 8-bit Nintendo, yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. Yeah.
No, there was. I remember this like a year ago. They were talking about the idea of making a Jaws game where
Yeah.
you played the shark.
So this must correspond with the new Jaws movie that just came out. Oh wait,
I don't know.
I question their timing.
Well, see, they're,
Well, did you?
they
Would
made-
you
they-
think it'd been more popular if it came out during Shark Week?
Probably. That's what they're. This is the.
Well,
first
well,
Shark
it's their
Week ever.
reaction to the new Piranha movie that's coming out. Piranha
3DD.
3 double D.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the Piranha movie.
Hey, that movie was awesome.
That
I
was.
wish I kind of saw it in 3D because I watched it in just regular Netflix.
a large severed penis in 3D is like fuck. It's disgusting, but you're laughing in spite of yourself.
Well, it's really funny.
Walker
when he
and I
spits it
were
back out.
squirming. Yeah, Walker and I were squirming in our seats, trying not to laugh because it's not funny, but it's funny.
Oh no, it's totally funny.
I love that. Like one of my favorite porn stars got chewed in half in that movie. I'm like, this is kind of cool, but kind of not cool.
Who got chewed in half in that movie?
Gianna Michaels.
Hmm.
She's all topless, and they're dragging her in the water, and all of a sudden she starts grimacing in pain, and they.
Yeah, they lift her
They
out.
lift her out, and it's just like her top half.
That's awesome.
Torso
Oh yeah,
go
it's,
go.
it's full. It's full. It's surprisingly gory film. Well,
But
I
it
mean,
wasn't
just-
overly gory. It was just the
it was-
right amount
it
of
was
gore.
It
for,
was damn near over the top gory, but it wasn't quite.
But you enjoy that type of movie.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh, it's totally like Girls Gone Wild meets
yeah, it's,
Piranhas. Yeah,
exactly.
It's just-
There's no redeeming quality to this
So
film.
Girls Gone Wild meets a snuff film. Is this where you're going with this, or how's that?
no, not
No,
not
you
quite
don't
snuff
like.
yet.
Yeah, you don't like hold a pillow over their face. They get chewed up by.
Just chuck 'em into the
fishies.
lake.
Yeah. They get
Oh.
chewed up by fishies.
Fishies, huh?
Yeah, they. It's the circle of life, Murdock.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Marine life, that is.
So
Yeah.
Mech Warrior Online free to play for 2012. Which you have any interest in MechWarrior?
But if you want to get anywhere, you're gonna have to buy some upgrades.
Yeah,
So pony up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is
pretty
it
much how free per play goes.
Yeah.
is it simply just PvP? Pretty much, because I'm just seeing this as a pit for PvP. It's just a battle, and you just.
I know
fight
nothing
it.
I don't
about
even
this game,
care
so-
about MechWarrior anymore. I'm
Yeah,
more
it's
excited
who
about
cares?
shit. What was that one that's being done by that indie company? The 9 guys. It's called Haven or Vulture
not
or
heard about
Vulcan
it.
or something like that. It's a bird name. Well, I can't remember the name, but it's a MechWarrior game
It's
that
called
looks
Tweety?
freaking amazing, and it was just done by 9 guys on the side. It wasn't a full company. In fact,
Was
they
it
got
Birdman?
It was called Huron,
it's I want to say it's like Haven or something like that.
Pelican,
It's not the right name though.
Jumpgate?
Jump Date Evolution.
Huxley. It's
Huxley was what it was called.
It's killing me. It looks amazing though. I mean, considering that just 9 guys did this programming, the demo they did for it blew me away. It took me back to the days when we used to play on Xbox. We were doing the MechWarrior, but multiply that times about 5 and have the ability to jump on buildings and across the city.
So, Steve,
Looks pretty impressive.
MechWarrior, you want to pilot what the Mad Cat again?
The Mad
You
Cat.
mean the officer battle pod?
I guess.
I want to fly a regular battle pod.
Was it FAFSA? They can't use those designs anymore. Harmony Gold's.
Well, yeah.
really?
So those original BattleTech ones that were total ripoffs of the Robotech mechs, they got sued by Harmony Gold. They can't use those designs.
I thought they got permission to use those designs.
I don't know.
You know what might be cool?
I don't think so. Not originally, they totally didn't, because a lot of those illustrations that were in the original BattleTech source book were straight out of the Robotech.
I know that. That was
they
what was
weren't
hilarious
even. They
about
weren't Tatsunoko or whoever.
They just outright stole them.
They were
Yeah,
designs
they did.
done. There were illustrations done for the Robotech source books by an American dude, and they ripped them right out.
Wow.
You know what would be cool with the MechWarrior Online? If you could use the Steel Battalion controller.
I would be interested in it at that point. Give me 3 games that I could use it for.
Yeah, that's better than 2.
I think there's a third
Or
game
one.
out there too.
Or just
there's
one.
supposed to be
I
another
thought there
game
was
that it
just
worked
one.
with.
Yeah, that's.
No, there's 2 Steel Battalion games.
Yeah, I think it's Forza. No, wait.
I've got my
It's
eject
Ace
button
Combat
on
six.
Forza 4.
That's how you drive the Hummer.
It's Ace Combat 6 is your third game.
Was it?
I don't know.
Cooking
No,
Mama.
no. There was a
Cooking
third game
Mama,
that
no.
it was a PC game of some sort because I know you could plug it in on PC side and use it.
It's Connectimals.
Ultima Online.
Yeah, it's Huxley.
Who's Huxley?
Who is Huxley?
Oh, he was on the Cosbys.
You know, I actually read about that game. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about it. It's like just a PvP arena game. Like, who the fuck
That was
cares?
all the rage though about 4 years ago.
I know.
Yeah, and then the game never came out.
Never
They
showed
shut
up.
down Legos. Legos wasn't making enough money for them Blazers.
Oh, did
Yeah.
they really?
Yeah, they
The
shut
that
down.
one that
Lego,
lasted
was it
like
Lego
9
Universe?
Was it
Yeah,
the
it was-
Universe one?
Yeah, Lego Universe lasted like 18 months.
I
No,
never
it's not
saw
even
any
that.
That was
promos or
longer
anything
than
for
that,
that. I didn't even
what
know it
was
was
that?
still going.
What was that racing
Auto
MMO?
Assault.
Auto Assault, yeah.
It lasted like 3 months.
That was 3 months, yeah.
Doesn't it last longer than Tabula Rasa?
No, Diablo Rasa
No,
stayed at
Tabula
least like
Rasa.
9-10 months.
Yeah, it was almost a full year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard
Don't
for
bring it up. That game was actually a good ass game.
It was mostly entertaining. It got kind of boring in the
So as long
the
as it
20s,
lasted
though.
longer
The
than
20s
APB, you're okay.
The 20s was where it started to drag, but
Yeah.
that would have been easily fixed.
Well, the problem with it in 20s is you suddenly started to get into encounters that required a large group of player characters to get
Yes.
through, and
Yes.
it didn't really work that
or
great.
you could
and we're
keep
not talking like
grinding-
2 buddies or whatever. We're talking
No,
a
you
large
need,
group
like,
of player
you need, like
characters.
eight dudes. But yeah, it's just like, oh, then they just gave up on it.
So next up, Heavy Rain Director's Cut. So like movies?
Does it have like a butt and a boob?
Well, I know there's boobs in the original one.
Oh, I didn't bother because someone said it was like an interactive novel. And I
That
said,
it's
"Fuck
exactly what it is.
that."
It's
still
basically
haven't
Dragon's
played it.
Lair.
Okay,
Yeah.
fuck that.
It's basically okay.
With a boob and a butt.
yeah,
He doesn't even
I'm
want to read real books.
I can't, dude. I tell you once, I tell you 1,000 times, I can't read, and I really wish you would stop
Okay, whatever.
bringing it up. because
Whatever.
I'm
Philosophy major that
I'm-
can't read.
dude. That is no
by
barrier
choice.
to being a philosophy major.
Mike's a walking after school special.
He
I
is.
am, and I'm ashamed of my illiteracy. And what is the first thing Steve brings
he
up?
learned all his philosophy.
He's illiterate and addicted to prescription drugs and is a truant And
I am addicted to
also is
prescription
being
drugs. I'm
pressured
ashamed of
by the
that,
man
too.
in the trench coat and the free candy van.
He
Well, no,
only became a
he doesn't
philosopher
pressure
after.
me. I just go willingly because that free candy is all you got to do is
he only
like
became a philosopher after watching Bill and Ted's Excellent
right.
Adventure.
He was
pretty
inspired
much,
by
yeah.
Socrates.
Were you abused by a gym teacher that was played faithfully by Alan Thicke?
Yeah.
well, he didn't abuse me if that's what you mean.
Michael Gross is the father.
Michael
that
Were you
we-
stealing speed from your dad so you
No,
could stay up for your finance quizzes?
Well, I would go into the ball shed with the PE teacher. We'd rub
the
wieners.
ball.
The
shed.
ball shed.
The ball
Where
shed.
you keep the ball sack.
Yep.
So where you shed your
It
balls.
all comes back to the ball sack.
Yep. We'd rub wieners.
Your
and then I'd get
your
an A.
mom Meredith Baxter Burney is very upset with you. Right
Tina
now.
I'm sure
Yothers
she
wants
is,
to talk
yeah.
to you one-on-one.
Yep.
All we have are Family Ties references. We
Tina
can't.
Yothers wasn't Family Ties. That was
No, that was Family Ties.
Was it Tina Yothers with some Family Ties?
Yeah. That's all we know. We can't
I guess-
do
I
Mr.
guess so.
Belvedere.
Don't forget
we don't know
the,
any other characters.
Don't forget the
don't
Brooklyn-edged boyfriend.
Oh, what the fuck,
Nick.
Nick, yeah. Hey, yo!
Yeah.
He was like a young Stallone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Skippy's at the door. Let's close.
Oh fuck, Skippy.
That show had a lot of stars in it, too. DiCaprio was on there, I think.
No, that was Growing Pains.
Oh, no,
wasn't
you're
it?
right. Yeah, he showed up on Growing Pains.
Why
as
is
the
That was
other
Alan
son.
Thicke.
Yeah.
But
Oh, for fuck's sake.
can you move on? Can you do some moderating so we can get off this topic?
Yeah. So
One
80,
topic
Yeah, I don't want to talk about
We'll, we'll
illiteracy
do an
anymore.
80s sitcom podcast here later.
No.
So finally, Australia's official R18 ratings has been released. So I guess it might actually become a reality, and they'll start releasing games.
That nobody will carry in their retail outlet because they won't carry our 18
Yeah.
games.
Well, they've already the attorney general already backtracked on that, so I wouldn't hold my breath on that.
Well, it did get pushed off until next year's session, so
Yeah,
obviously
yeah,
they're
they're
not a
already-
big priority.
and they
Try to buy more time to say no.
yeah, pretty much. He's already said I'm for banning violent video games and anything with sexual violence in it. It's got to go.
You know, this is
I'm like,
ironic
how
coming
many
from a
rape games
country
are
that
there?
was made by was created by
criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
I love the irony.
transported to the colonies for life to ban video games.
Well, it's the same thing in U.S. I mean, we're all prudish about sex, but holy cow, founding fathers were sleeping around every chance they possibly could.
Well,
So-
you do too.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but look at all the
You sleep around any chance you get.
I am not a founding father, however.
So you're
Not
just
that he
like
knows
them
of
in
yet.
that
Not that I
regard.
know of.
You haven't received any mysterious Father's Day cards, have you?
No,
Yeah.
not this year.
Oh, okay.
Not this year. Well,
There's a little Steve.
I'm trying to keep Steve's
If
bimbo
I-
eruptions down to a
if I-
bare minimum.
Bimbo eruptions? Is that
Yeah.
what you said?
I know it's.
I'll
it's,
knock that kid's head.
Was
right
that a
off.
If there-
rash?
no, if there's
If you set fire
if
to
I
him,
do
you
find
can't
one,
get
I'll send him
DNA.
to go a dungeon crawl for me.
There you go. Hey kid, you ever heard of Moria?
Yeah. Just don't tunnel too deep.
Yeah. If you feel a sudden heat, duck.
Yeah.
That's some good fathering there, Lou.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
you don't go in there with them.
Yeah.
Why else would you? Why else
Yeah,
would you
don't.
be like knocking up girls to send them into
send
Casa
him-
Doom?
Casa Doom there, and
You're living vicariously through your children.
Do you
It's
have
like,
a sign
well,
on
They
the-
I
can
always
spell
wanted-
Dwelf. They're all big enough to go into it.
Do you have a sign on the S&M door that says "You shall not pass"?
Yeah. Yeah.
S&M door?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
you
S&M
know,
room.
Yeah, the dungeon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
You have a little
Get it?
dungeon.
Yeah, I get it.
Get it.
I get it.
Got
Get
it?
it.
Get
All
it?
right.
The dungeon.
Yes.
Get it?
I
She
rolled
let you
initiative. I know what a
take-
dungeon is.
Take,
Okay.
She let you take pictures?
You get like a little,
Nudge,
get
nudge,
like a
wink,
little
wink, say no
video
more.
camera and set it on their head like aliens, and you're like, look left. Oh, that big fire duck.
I see you thought this all out.
No, I was just thinking about like some kid like trying to climb down those huge stairs, they're all crumbling and stuff, and he falls. Oh,
Guess I'll have to make a new one.
yeah.
That's gonna take about 7-8
baby.
years.
Spend
Where
a-
that came from.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I was saying you'd have to have 8 or 9 girls. And you would just keep like cycling them through. So you would have. Well, I have to wait like 8 more months, and then this one will be of age. We'll send him in. Oh, that one got caught by the Watcher. We gotta send him
Watcher.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, you're going up to your next one's like, him, I had
Yeah,
no
I
faith
had
in
no
him. But
faith in him, but
you,
Yeah.
you are my number one, Jack.
Oh, by the way, Brian, I was reading some of the reviews, and apparently the new Sonic the Hedgehog is actually getting good ratings.
The odds were one of them had to work. They just had to get through all that crap.
They had to pump out enough of them that just by the sheer
the
sheer power of statistics, one of them had to not be bad.
The law of averages.
It also it didn't hurt that they didn't put a female lead in it. They had that weird.
I hate
2006
human female leads.
girl,
yeah. The one real creepy one. You know which one
You
I'm talking
won't
about?
hate the human female lead in Blood Rain 3.
Oh, I'm sure I won't. I saw a picture of the thing on the Netflix. I'm like,
She's hot.
Wow. Yeah, it's like 2 torpedoes coming out of the TV right at you.
It's not in 3D, unfortunately, but
No,
what
it's
can I
not.
do?
It's not, but there's like
It
leather.
might as well be.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
They could only afford like 4 or 5 Nazis in that movie, though.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
they do like bad taste. They just have them wear balaclavas. They just
No,
kill
I mean
them over and over
they've got guys, but like they seem to like they always have they only have like 5 or 6 actual actors. So the actors
shit.
get for infantry just get recycled over and over. again. It's
Nice.
like I think I've seen this guy before.
That's
Yeah.
excellent.
Hey, wait,
died
you
in the
died
last
already.
scene.
Yeah,
Now he's got a red wig on or something.
I don't even think they bother doing that. They just
You put like a fake mustache on this guy. And
Well,
there
Porn
is
stash.
she
this
does have
podcast gave me a heartburn.
she has
Fuck
nightmares
me.
about vampire Hitler though.
I would
They
have
got some guy
I would have
dressed up
nightmares about
as Hitler,
Vampire
and he's
Hitler.
all like vampire.
I
and
saw the
stuff.
coolest thing. I think it was on Japanator or something. There was like a comic about a reborn Hitler, and they drew Hitler as Super Saiyan with like the blonde hair and everything, and with an aura and everything. It was awesome. It's as awesome
I
as
saw
a
this-
Super
Did his
Saiyan
little
Hitler could be.
mustache go yellow too?
I saw this.
You know what? I'll have to check that picture. I don't know.
I saw this comic where it showed like the second coming of Jesus, and there's like 2 little angels saying, "Jesus, wake up! It's time for your second coming." And he's like, "Ow, my wounds still hurt." And it's like, "My people turned against me, and they betrayed me and killed me." And he starts cutting his hair, and they say, "Jesus, what are you doing?" And it shows the next panel, and he's like trimmed off his beard except for this one little mustache under his nose. He's cutting his hair into that Hitler style. He's like, "I'm gonna get my revenge." It was awesome. I'll send it to you.
Alrighty.
I saved it on my hard drive.
Mike's definition of awesome might be different than everyone else's.
Nope, it's just what you will say is awesome in 6 months.
Oh, okay.
You just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
So you're a hipster.
Apparently.
He's gonna email you so you're ahead of the curve.
Nah.
He's a heartburn
Thanks.
hipster.
I've got really bad heartburn now.
Well,
What
you
the
just
fuck?
downed the greasiest hamburgers you could buy on the menu,
But
along with probably a gallon of pop here.
The grease does
it
not
wasn't,
help.
It wasn't a hamburger. It was a chicken sandwich.
Well, there's your problem.
Well, maybe you needed more
Your system's
beef.
not used to the healthiness. Go
You
back
need more,
to beef.
You need more
Well, you're
beef.
assuming the chicken is healthy to begin
Well, you're
with,
assuming the
and that
chicken's
it's
not
chicken.
beef.
Well, it's gotta be.
yeah, it's just. You mean
It's
chicken?
It's gotta be more real than the burger is.
Yeah, right.
What are you basing that on?
Chicken tartare
Odds.
from Burger King. Yummy. I guess in that case, heartburn's about the
They didn't
best.
cross
I can
off
hope
the
for.
little thing that had the little salmonella thing on there. Come on.
No, it just had a skull and crossbones circle.
Was that the cantaloupe flavored chicken?
Yeah, really, the listeria flavored chicken.
So thank
wanna
you.
end this
It had,
thing off?
it had
or
like a
something?
little bent can that said salmonella on it.
Is that your dipping sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Could
a
I-
comic.
Cantaloupe
Could I-
dipping sauce.
Could I get the salmonella special, please? Chicken
There-
tartare and
There's a comic.
and
Steve.
a rotten pickle. On
We
top.
haven't done a listeria comic yet. There's an untapped
I
market
think there's a
You
reason
really
why
should
we
have.
haven't.
You
done
should
it.
have done that like 3 weeks ago. With
Yeah.
when it was still relevant.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
still popular. In fact, I
There's
just saw
still
in the New
people
York Times
dying.
they're
Yeah, they're
looking
still-
at suing the actual retailers
They're
that
still fucking
sold the
dying.
items.
People are still
Yeah,
dying
in
over
fact,
that
number
shit. It's
29
not-
just died a couple days ago.
Yeah, it's not funny anymore, so they're not reporting it.
It was fun. He had 28, but 29 is straight out.
Yeah, it's
Well,
like,
no, now it's just
old news now.
It's
like
literally just a
another one dropped
bite.
dead,
It
yeah.
isn't a full article. It's like the 29th
Yes.
person died yesterday. Then right on to weather. You know.
Yes.
Yeah. Now the weather, salmonella rain.
Yeah, it's like it's
Isn't that a Prince song?
salmonella rain.
No, I think that was the two black guys that weren't actually singing. The Tutti Frutti dudes.
Right.
What were they?
That
Tutti
was,
Frutti,
Vanilla.
Milli
Vanilli.
salmonella rain.
The two guys who weren't actually singing.
No, that was
Yeah, that
worst
was
day
a-
of the time.
That was a
wasn't it?
huge scandal.
You
Everybody thought
ever
they were
say
so
an
cool.
unkind word about the time.
Oh,
All
Sly
right.
and the Family Stone.
Salmonella Billy.
Oh, fuck. This is hurting. I might die soon.
All right. So thank you for listening to Diehard Gamer Radio. Your
Brought to you by
source-
Pepto-Bismol.
Your source for pasty dying on podcast.
Pepsin, save me.
Tune in next time when Pasty's
going
corpse
numb.
will be propped up in the thing and he'll
God,
make
I'm
gurgling
serious.
sounds at the microphone.
Call 911.
I'll dial the 9-1, and then if you're serious, I'll
turntables and a
finish with the
microphone.
last one.
If you're serious, I don't want to pay for that shit.
Thank you for listening to Diehard Gamer Radio. You can visit our website at diehardgamerradio.com and iTunes, or you can email us at diehardgamerradio@gmail.com.